Hi there, I'm Monicah. I'm a school outreach specialist with Mishawaka-Penn-Harris Public Library, and I'm here today to do a quick book talk with you. So let's start talking about some books. If you find one that you're interested in, make sure to visit the public library and check with your school library to see if they have copies of these titles. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go fast, so pay attention. The first one is Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. If you have not read any of Jason Reynolds' stuff, you really should, and maybe start with Look Both Ways. So Look Both Ways is a tale told in 10 blocks. So this is 10 interconnected stories that all happen on the same day at the same middle school as the students leave for the day. So everyone is on their way home, and something happens on the way home for each student. You get a really gross discussion about boogers. That one's pretty gross, but also really funny. You also have two best friends who have the most elaborate handshake known to man, and so they demonstrate that and also have some fun on their way home. You have a group of friends who are trying to make some money in order to buy something special for someone very special. And you also might have a bus falling from the sky. So Look Both Ways is funny. It's gonna make you think. It'll make you maybe tear up a little bit. So this one has it all. This is Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. The next one, winter, fall is coming. We have some very spooky stories in our collection, and this is just one of them. This is Small Spaces. Okay, so here's what happens. We have a girl named Ollie, and one day she finds a book, and she starts reading this book, and the book happens to be titled Small Spaces. And inside this book, they are talking about a girl who makes a deal with someone called the Sleeping Man, who is actually a very sinister, scary character. The Sleeping Man will grant your wish for you, but at quite a steep price. So the next day, Ollie is on a farm, and the farm seems really familiar because it is the same farm that is talked about in the book that she has been reading. She also, on her way home, the school bus breaks down in the middle of the woods, and they start to notice that the scarecrows that were around the farm start to slowly creep in on their bus. All the grown-ups have to go away, and so Ollie and her classmates are stuck in the middle of the night on this broken down bus in the middle of the woods that may or may not be haunted by something very, very evil. So the only piece of advice that Ollie has is to keep to the small spaces and you may be safe, maybe. So this one's super creepy. If you don't like horror, do not read this one. If you love horror and very scary books, check it out. And the last one that I have for you today is Shah and the End of Time. This one is amazing. So if you enjoy fairy tales and you're kind of sick of Cinderella and all of the ones that you already have heard of, or you're just looking for some really great adventure with a lot of funny in it, this is a great one. So Shah and the End of Time is playing with Hindu mythology, so from India, and you have Aru, and she is actually working at a museum and happens to find a lamp that the legend says when rubbed will unleash a demon. So one day, Aru is dared by her classmates to sneak into the museum and rub this lamp. She's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll be cool, it'll be fine. So she does it, and of course she awakens a very tricky demon who wants to bring about the end of the world. And so all of Aru's family and friends are frozen in time until she is able to go into the land of death and save the world. So if you know anything about Hindu mythology, you may recognize some of the characters. If, like me, weren't really familiar with them, you will learn about some really amazing characters. And also there's a talking pigeon, so you can't go wrong. So those are the 3 books. I hope there's something in here that you enjoy. Make sure to check out your library anyway and find all kinds of titles.